Ladies and gentlemen, members and friends, it's Matt Bailey here, your branch director and national ambassador for the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. It's gathering month, it's September. It's the month where we get to share whiskies all around the country with you, but more especially the gathering cask for this month, which is also our malt of the month, Snickerdoodle, as named by a member, as named by Mark Garroway, a Sydney-based member who named this whiskey. Now, we gave lots of members an opportunity to name this whiskey, both through samples and through tastings held around the country. But it was Mark's name we liked the most because it reminded him the flavour. He named it off flavour, which is what a lot of whiskies at the Society are bottled, the names are. And it was named Snickerdoodle because it reminded him of a Snickerdoodle, which is a certain type of sort of like baked biscuit, sugary biscuit that he was quite fond of, and he found one at a bakery on his travels to Melbourne I think he was on a holiday, and he had stopped off at a country bakery on the way, and this reminded him, the flavours of this reminded him of that particularly sugary biscuit. This is 46.116, one of 216 bottles, exclusive to Australia. In a young and sprightly flavour profile, it says on the front, freshly baked sugar cookies and greenhouse spice grinders on a warm Australian September Sunday, I should say, in the garden for our gathering 2022. First fill ex-bourbon barrel, distilled 18th of June 2012, 60.4% and 9 years in a first fill ex-bourbon barrel. So let's have a smell of that one. It's light, it's delicate, it's somewhat tropical. Distillery 46 is often quite light and grassy as a distillery profile, as a distillate profile to begin with. It doesn't often carry, it's not one of your heavier kind of malts. But then again, the gathering cask has always been, in the last few years, has always been deliberately something that's fun, young, shareable, enjoyable, tasty, one that isn't going to break the bank, is going to be one that you can share around with friends at a Sunday afternoon in the park kind of whiskey. We had a 26 a couple of years ago, we had a 1 dot something last year, and now this year we've got 46.116 and an exclusive to Australia global gathering cask. So Slanjava. It's bright, it's grassy, it's clean, it's a lovely fruit balance to it. The mouthfeel is lovely. It's something I've always loved about our society coding system. In this case, for Distillery 46, it sits across the road from Distillery 64. So 46, 64, both fantastic distilleries. I know there's some absolute massive fans of this coding. And I think there should be more massive fans, if I'm being honest, of the young and sprightly flavour profile, because it's more, remember that the flavour profiles are determined on the actual flavour, not the age or the cask or the code or anything like that. This is a 9-year-old young and sprightly. I've seen 15-year-old young and sprightlys. I've seen 4-year-old young and sprightlys. But 9 years in a first fill ex-bourbon barrel carries a lot of those lovely light vanilla wafer notes. Sort of fresh cut grass. It's really sort of, it's got a lovely sort of like spiky fruit, kiwi fruit skins on it. A very enjoyable drinker overall. Absolutely lovely. With a drop of water, I'm just going to add just a bit of water. I don't have my usual watering jug here, so I'll use a teaspoon. Just to add a few drops of water here. Opens nicely up. Opens really nicely with water. It's 60.4%, so it's already pretty high proof. But a very enjoyable whiskey all up. I encourage you to grab a bottle for the gathering. It's only $1.49 as part of September Outturn. So jump on that, jump online, and Sanjava. We'll see you all soon. Cheers.